Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Well, today we're going to be doing the second in our series of aperture cards. And once more, just like yesterday, if you were able to join me, we're going to be making a 6x4 card. Now the next one will be different, but for now we'll do another 6x4. So we've got a 6x4 card base, and I've chosen some pattern paper which is also 6x4, just to cover the front. Now, the aperture is a little bit different. I've hand cut this aperture, and I've put some foam tape, or foam pads, I beg your pardon, around the outside. Now, I've hand cut this one, as I've said, and this one, if you want to do it the same dimensions as mine, it's 2¼ by 4½ inches, and I will put those measurements in the description below the box, or below the video. Just click the word more, and it will open up and show you everything you need. So I've got my paper down, I've already glued that, we've got our foam pads on our arch. In this case it's an arch, and as you can see I haven't put it in the centre. You don't always have to have your aperture dead centre of your card, and I'll show you why we're not going to put it in the centre in just a minute. So we're just going to lay this down carefully. I know I usually use glue stick over the back, but I forgot to get my glue stick out, so we don't need it as it happens. So we've got a bit of a space down here. It's not central, but there's a reason for that. I'll think of it in a minute. No, there really isn't. What I've done, I've used some of my stamps. Well, I've used one of my stamps actually. And I've stamped and coloured the same one 3 times. And what I'm going to do now is work out where I want to put them, because I haven't done an awful lot of forward planning for this video. I've just decided to sort of go with it. So I'm going to start, they're all the same, so it doesn't matter which one we put on first. I wanted that one to come out a little bit, and the idea is to tuck each subsequent one behind and have it coming up like that, or rather like that. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use my runner tape for this because it's quick and easy, and so I'm going to put a little bit of tape along there and just a little bit of tape there. If we need a bit more, we can always pop a bit on. And so I'm going to put that in that corner so that it's slightly coming out. Any excess tape you can just wipe off with your fingers. Of course, the other way of doing it is you could put your tape, or you could use glue if you wanted to, but you could put your adhesive directly to your flowers or your embellishments. So we've got one on already. Then I'm going to take the other one, and what I want to do, I want to tuck that one behind that one. So I want to lift the leaf up and I want to tuck it behind. So that's what we're going to do there. So it's going to be on this part here, just this part here. So this time we will take our runner tape and put it directly onto the back of our embellishment, in this case our flower. You don't have to use flowers, of course, you can use animals. I did actually consider using an animal die or an animal stamp and have it coming out the corner, but then I decided perhaps I wouldn't, perhaps on another one, but for this one I thought I'd use flowers. So I'm going to put there, again, rub any excess off, and we're going to do that one more time. So this will be a fairly quick one. So that one's going to tuck behind there. So if I pop that out the way, just run a little bit of tape directly onto the card this time. So as you can see, it really doesn't make any difference whether you put your tape or your adhesive on the card or on your embellishment. It really doesn't matter at all. So I'm just going to, there's a bit of excess tape there, which I'm just going to very quickly rub off. So there we have a beautiful card already. So I just wanted to cover this little bit up. So there are several options, but for me the quickest and far the easiest is just to use a 3D sticker flower sticker, which I got from Ryman's, I believe. So because this particular stamp has got leaves or foliage, this has got a little bit of foliage on it as well. So I'm going to have it facing the same way, more or less, and I'm going to pop that on there just to cover that little bit, and it anchors it down a bit. Now I'm not going to do much more to that, and I'm not going to put a sentiment on it this time because I don't know who it's for or what the occasion's likely to be. It could be a sympathy card. We don't need one yet, but should the need arise. Or it could be a First Communion card, or I might even save it next year for an Easter card, who knows. So all I'm going to do now is, I've got some bling. Now, I only had white bling, so I took a yellow alcohol marker, or you can use yellow Sharpie if you want to, and I just coloured over it, so it's ever so easy. And I coloured a few. I'm not going to use that many, but all I am going to do is pick them off, and we're going to put one there, one in each, well, almost one in each corner. So one there. We'll put one in each corner to begin with, and if we think it might need a little bit more, then we'll put a few more on. But to begin with, I'm just going to tuck one into each corner. Whether I can get one in that corner, I don't know. Just about. So I don't know whether it needs just another one coming down here. Actually, do you know what? I'm not going to. Because you can, for something like this, you can overdo it. And I'm very good at overdoing it and then spoiling it. So I think we're going to call that card finished. So all we need now, or next time when I decide who it's going to and for what occasion, all we need to do now is add a sentiment. And what I would probably do, I would probably add a sentiment just coming out of the leaf, or out of the foliage or the embellishment, and coming across here, or maybe probably here, or maybe slightly higher up, but I will probably have it coming across here. I did have one that just said "with love." It was on a paper pack that I had. I cut it out, I mounted it, and it was even the colour, the background was even yellow. It had white writing. Do you think I can find it? Can I heck? I've turned the place upside down. I can't find it. So if I find it, I'll add it and show it to you later. But there will just be a very simple sentiment going across here, and it stands up very nicely. If you use this is a 300 GSM card, or cardstock. And there we go, there is our very pretty Aperture card. So do join me for the next one. Again, I'm hoping to come back tomorrow. I'll probably have a bit of a day off on Sunday, but I shall come back tomorrow, and we're going to do an Aperture card with a difference. And that's all I'm going to tell you for that. So it'll be an Aperture card with a slight difference, shall we say. So someone asked me how to do a particular shape of Aperture card a while ago, and and at the time I didn't know. I thought, oh, do you know what? I've no idea. So okay, I'll tell you. Someone asked me, how do you do a diamond Aperture card? A diamond with a diamond aperture in the middle. And at the time I honestly didn't know. But I think I've worked out a way of doing it. So I'm going to go away now and try my theory out. And if it works, I'm going to come back and show it to you tomorrow. So I'll see you then. And in the meantime, take care everybody. Have fun. And as always, happy crafting. Bye bye for now.